Okay, number 11. And, you know, we already did this problem, I think on number 5, where we did f of x over g of x. So let's do this, let's make this a little more interesting, just so we can see how this works. What if this was g of x over f of x? Right, that meaning, what if this is g of x divided by f of x? I mean, the easy part is substitute for g of x, substitute for f of x. Okay. The hard part is, what's the domain? And remember, the domain are the values of x that we can plug in that don't lead to divide by 0 or square root of a negative. In this case, definitely possible that we could divide by 0. So we need to know, well, what value of x would make this denominator equal 0? So I'm going to set this, I'm going to solve this equation. 3x plus 5 equals 0. 3x equals negative 5. So x equals negative 5 thirds. So if I plug in negative 5 thirds for x, the denominator equals 0. And that's not allowed. So I have to say that the domain of this function is x does not equal negative 5 thirds, which means x can equal any real number except negative 5 thirds. So we've got to get in the habit, whenever we see a denominator that has a variable expression in it, we need to know the zeros of the denominator, because those are not in the domain of x.